not strike me as an early riser.
No, I doubt it.
Well, so far it's flowing, and I didn't get an error. That's good. There's the error. Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bobby Bribieska Family Stadium for the third and final game of the Junior Varsity Tournament as far as Wichita Northwest is concerned. Today they take on Salina Central, or Salina South, excuse me. I don't know why I said Salina Central. I think I even logged them in as Salina Central. It is Salina South is the opponent today, and the game is going to start here in just a few minutes. We're still making a few last-minute adjustments, and if you're listening and you're having any audio difficulty, we are aware of that problem and unfortunately cannot address it until Monday. So hang in there with us as far as the audio is concerned. It appears the picture is just fine. Players are all warming up. Let's take a timeout. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This property if it's sold right. Shall we book it? Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number one, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com. Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on youtube.com/NWHSGrizz. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, including the following. Mel Hambleton Ford on the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proven it. You be the judge. Thank you, Lisa Hamilton. And by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Mays, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. Thank you, Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering. By Tom Lassiter and Fleeson, Boeing, Colson & Kitch, attorneys in the Epic Center at 301 North Main. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Intrust Bank of Wichita, 105 North Main with branches throughout Sedgwick County. Intrust is built on value. We change to meet the times, but we will never change our principles. By Dan Garreau and the law firm of Dugan & Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trusts. Now at their new location at 3636 North Ridge Road, Suite 100. By McCurdy Real Estate and Auction on East 13th Street, just east of K96, serving Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma for over 40 years. Real estate, but better. By the Joe and Judy Coughlin and the Chris and Jan Shoemaker families, strong supporters of Grizzlies soccer through the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas, at the east edge of Old Town. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. By Hurricane Sports Bar, at the corner of 13th and Tyler. Luis Lopez has brought his hospitality west to make it convenient to Grizzly Nation. By Credit Union of America, where members are the owners. With branches all over the Wichita metro area, Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you. By Todd Eflin Narrates. Hey, that's me. Voiceovers for audiobooks, product or promotional videos, telephone systems, and business commercials. By the Robert L. Gould Foundation, a philanthropic trust assisting the educational needs of young people at Northwest for over 10 years. By the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund, providing scholarship assistance to Northwest soccer seniors each year through the support of the Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament. And by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now, to the field and to the voice of the Grizzlies, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Elfin. Again, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wichita Northwest High School. We are at Bobby Bribieska Family Stadium for the third game of the Junior Varsity Tournament for the Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. I did not know. We knew they would be playing at 9:20 this morning. We did not know where they would be playing, whether it would be here or over on the football field. And I believe because they're here that they won their second game. I actually never got a final result of the second game. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly take a 60-second pause here, just long enough to find the answer to that question. And then we'll be back. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Austin. Oh, cut it in. Yeah.
When I was a child, we'd go to the original Credit Union of America on Ellis Street, and they'd always give me a red lollipop.
My car needed repairs, and my mechanic delivered the news that it was going to cost quite a bit more than I had planned for.
I love my job as a teacher, but it can be tough. Recently, I received a box filled with classroom supplies from Credit Union of America.
It all started with the lollipop.
It all started with a box of school supplies.
It started with a personal loan, but today,
Credit Union of America
is so much more to me.
Where will you start? Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
We're back now as we get set for the opening kickoff here in a couple of minutes. Grizzlies are in the championship game of their bracket this morning, having pardon me, won the first two, taking on Winfield yesterday, 2-0, and then last night Mulvane 3-0. So they've gone 5-0 over 2 games in this tournament. Yet to give up a goal today, they will take on Salina South, and the Mustangs will do everything they can. This is the championship game. Winner will win the bracket, get the first place medals, and the loser of this contest will get the second place medals. And we're hoping you enjoy the contest. Let's give you the starting lineups. We're, first of all, for Salina South, and they did not put positions on here. I will assume that the goalkeeper is Luke Maddow, a sophomore, because he has number 0. And I can't see the goalkeeper's number from here as they warm up. Is he a 0? So that's Luke Maddow in goal for Salina South. Garrett Hamels, a sophomore, number 2. Number 13, Angel Martinez is a sophomore. Number 15, Jose Arenda is a freshman. Number 17, Carson Welbrock, a sophomore. Number 20, Dominique Gerard is a junior. Saul Cabral, number 21, is a freshman. 22, Joshua Soto is a freshman. Number 23, Juan Anthony Escobedo is a freshman. Number 29 is David Duenas. He is a freshman. And Gabriel Taylor, a junior, wears number 30, and that's the starting lineup for the Mustangs of Salina South. Their head coach is Terry Crow. He's assisted by Hernan Hernandez and Caleb Williams. Now the starters for Wichita Northwest. First of all, we'll tell you we have one scratch today, as Kevin Gonzalez will not be in the game today. He's not available. That's pretty much the same starters as yesterday. Johnny Hune is in goal, number 1. Brett Anderson, number 2. Javier Rico Lopez, number 5. David George, number 7. He had a pair of goals in the first game. Don't know who scored the goals in the second game because I was not here. I was on another assignment. Brighton Davis, number 10. Isaac Featherston, number 13. Kenneth Pint, number 16. Christopher Correa Sandoval, number 18. Miles Bemis, number 20. Max Nuno, number 22. And Jared Arevalo wears number 14. Head coach for the JV is Art Shook, and he's assisted by Austin Clifton. And we're hoping to have Coach Clifton on our broadcast at some point during the game if he can tear himself away. He is the tournament director of this event, so he's keeping pretty busy here the last 36 hours. But if he can tear himself away, he did promise to come up and pay us a visit. So we'll hopefully hear from him. And again, we are awaiting the teams taking the field. Salina South is still warming up. Salina South is the designated home team today. They will be wearing their home jerseys, which are teal. I haven't seen a teal jersey in 2 forevers, and I happen to know, I don't mind telling you, that all the years that I reffed and all the colored jerseys we referees had to wear, teal was my favorite color. Anyway, they're in teal with white numerals and green trunks. And the Grizzlies will be in their road white uniforms with blue trunks and blue numerals as the designated visiting team here today. We have them so designated on our scoreboard online here. I want to thank the good folks at Blue Frame Technologies and Huddle for their input in getting all of this put together, and they are also working on the audio problem. Nobody knows what the problem is. We have not been able to figure out the cause. We have tried different mixers, and we still have the same problem. We've tried different computers, and we still have the same problem. So The only thing we can figure is that there's something in the software. We use a software package called Production Truck. It was recently updated, and the worst thing you can ever do with software is to download an update, because updates usually aren't. Our center referee today will be Mark Edwards. Actually, they're doing a two-man system. I shouldn't have said center, but Mark Edwards, the lead referee today, is handling the coin toss right below us there. Mark, a veteran official. I gave up officiating in 2004, and Mark and I roughed together for about 10 years before I retired. So he's been around a while. I won't say that he's old. I'll just say he's been around a while. And we'll let it go with that. While we're waiting, we'll give you a programming update. We will be at South High on Tuesday at 4:40. We'll be on the air with the JV contest. The Grizzlies, no, I'm going to take that back. We're playing South. South does not have a JV. So we will be playing, to the best of my knowledge, Varsity is still playing at 7. So we'll be on the air at 6:40 on Tuesday. That is a change from the time that is on your programming on the YouTube channel. 6:40 is our planned startup time. All righty. Getting ready. The refs are taking the field. The teams will be taking the field very shortly. And as we await their arrival, let's take 30 seconds and then we'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Okay, the Cougars from Salina South made a liar out of me. They are not wearing teal. They are wearing green, solid green. They are the home team designated on the scoreboard today. And they will also kick off, playing from left to right on your screen as you watch it. Game is underway. We'll review the rule changes for this tournament in case you didn't watch the game yesterday. 3 major rule changes. One, the halves are 30 minutes long, but it is a running clock. Okay, and that's to keep the games moving. So no stoppage for goals, cards, or anything else. It is a running clock, 30 minutes each half. Substitutions. Any team may substitute anytime the ball goes out for any reason. Okay, that's the only time you can sub. So goal kicks and out of bounds on the side. Either team can sub anytime. Corner kicks, same way. And the third rule change is you cannot have a tie. You know, JVs can end in a tie in regular season. These games cannot end in a tie. So if the game is tied at the end of 60 minutes, they will go straight to penalty kicks to determine a winner. And those are the 3 rule changes for the tournament. Grizzlies with it. Again, Grizzlies in white. There's Anderson with it. And they dish it back, and over here on the into the center, they tried to get it to Sandoval, excuse me. Couldn't get it to him. Now he has it. And he sends one through over here on the near side to Featherston. And Bemis will bring it up the near sideline. Taken away by the Cougars. And now the Cougars come back. They have some numbers, and there's a through ball, and Johnny is coming out of his net. Johnny Yoon, the goalkeeper for Northwest, sends it out to center. Anderson has it. And here come the Grizzlies back up on the far side. decent crowd here. You're not expecting a team from Salina, which is 90 miles from here, to draw a lot of people for a Saturday morning contest, especially when it's on TV. But they have a few people here, and of course Northwest always draws a good crowd as well. We're glad to see everybody here. Your game time weather, temperature, now you can't beat this, folks. 67 degrees, sunny skies, not a cloud in the sky, and no wind. Absolutely no wind today. So you couldn't get any better for this game. It is supposed to have a high of 88 here in Wichita today, and after having a couple of days where it didn't get over 70, little taste of summer is coming back with a high of 88 today, or 88 or 90 is what they said. And a foul's called. It'll be a free kick for Salina South. Jason Behrens comes in for, and it's not a free kick, it's going to be a throw-in. Jason Behrens, number 19, comes in for the Cougars. And we're back underway here. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard. Glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth. We are having some audio difficulties, as I mentioned earlier, and it has nothing to do with your computer. It has something to do with our equipment, and the cause has yet to be identified. We have 4 orange-coated experts working on this problem, and everybody is stumped as to why all of a sudden our audio is not working the way it should. We have tried everything from changing out mixers to changing out computers. There's one off the post. That'll be a goal kick for Northwest. No, that's a corner kick. Corner kick for the Cougars. And who's going to hustle over to take it? It will be number 23, Juan Anthony Escobedo, taking the corner kick. And again, just like yesterday, we have 4 fields here at Northwest High. All 4 fields have soccer games on them now. Everybody's playing. There's a header, and Johnny's got it. He'll have a goalkeeper distribution, and he throws it out here to Brighton Davis. Davis can't control it. Featherston comes in and takes it. He brings it up into Salina South territory. Now it's rejected. And hustling over there to get it is Arevalo. And Jared's pass is intercepted. Here come the Cougars, back with it. There are 2 Salina high schools, Salina Central, Salina South. The Cougars for South are the Mustang for the Cougars let me start over. These Mustangs are the mascots of Salina Central, and the Cougars are the mascots of Salina South. And every now and then I get them both mixed up. Up the near side comes Aranda with it, and he centers one. Intercepted very nicely there by Sandoval. And kicked out. Miles Bemis he'll kick that one out of play into the Grizzlies bench, and it'll be a throw-in for Salina Central. No score in this first place contest. 6 minutes gone here in the first half. Grizzlies trying to get it out of their own end and not having very good luck doing it. Here's Soto with it, and he sends one in. That's going to go out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Restart's taken. Bemis has it on the near side. Ooh, has it taken right off his foot. ran a crossing pass too far for everybody, thank goodness, because that was a header goal waiting to happen. Rejected by the defense out towards center. Sandoval sends it up. And here's one for Featherston. He's onside and he's got lots of real estate. Top of the penalty area. Stops and chips one forward, and it goes just wide to the right post. It'll be a goal kick for Salina South, and what an opportunity it was that time for the Grizzlies to score. Coming in for the Cougars on a substitution is David Torres, number 5. And Featherston taps it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Salina. Bemis fighting for it. That one stays in. Nice play by Saul Cabral. Max Nuno sends one to Miles Bemis. Bemis can't get it controlled, and Brighton Davis challenges. And Sandoval sends one. That's a nice play to send it over there to Lopez. Lopez sends it to David George, who was something of a scoring machine yesterday. Revelo fighting hard over there for it. And the Cougars come away with it. Good. Beautiful job defensively by John Lee of Northwest. There's a centering pass now for the Cougars. Loose in front. There's a shot. Partially whiffed on. Johnny can't get it, and it's going to be chipped in on a rebound. And the goal is scored by number 19. That would be Jason Behrens, who scores and puts Salina South on top. That's the first goal given up by the Grizzlies in this tournament. Johnny did his best to get to it. Unfortunately, he gave up a rebound, and the rebound is what Behrens poked in. And here come the Cougars again. And John Lee bangs that one out of play. That'll be it stayed in. I was sure that was going out as hard as he hit it. George with it for Northwest. South sends one over here on the near side. Featherston defensively now gives way to Miles Bemis, and Grizzlies get a couple of feet on the ball, but they can't clear it. And Johnny goes down. Punts it out here to the halfway line, and the ball is quickly picked off by the Cougars. Lee wins it, sends it to David George on the far side. George to Lopez. Lopez, it's a foot race. Who's going to win it? Lopez did not. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest on the far side of the field. Looks like David George will hustle over there to get it. Throw in comes in. It's headed away by the Cougars. Throw it into a sea of green. Anderson over to Arevalo, who sends it forward to George. It's intercepted. Now Arevalo gets it back on a weird bounce. Lopez back to George. George takes it in deep. George back to Arevalo. Arevalo to Sandoval. To Brighton Davis. And Davis can't control it, but coming up to help is Featherston. Isaac Featherston. Bemis defensively, and a nice play by Miles Bemis, and he keeps it in. Featherston can't control it either again, and this one goes off the back of Miles Bemis. And now here come the Cougars bringing it back down the field. Up to center where it's intercepted by Sandoval. Brighton Davis will bring it up. "16 minutes remaining. First half, Grizzlies down 1-0. But threatening here. There's David George. He chipped one forward. That's going to go wide. That'll be another goal kick for Salina South. And the Cougars will substitute 3 players in. Memphis comes in for Northwest. Angel Martinez, number 13. Number 25 is Jacob Skindlar. And number 22, Joshua Soto, all come back in for the Cougars. And now we're back underway. Memphis. A little spark plug trying to get something going. And that one is cleared out to center. John Lee is giving chase over there for Northwest. He'll catch up to it, and he'll send it up too far for Arevalo, and it goes into the sellout crowd. Bemis has it for Northwest, and he overled Featherston. Goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Salina. Out of play. Now we'll have a throw in for Northwest, and looks like Featherston will throw it in. And a good ball. Lee has it back in front of us. Lee has it again. Wins it twice. Now it's Anderson's turn. He goes down. Play continues. David George on the far side with it. This one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Salina South will sub in number 2, Garrett Hamill. And coming off, Jose Arenda. And that one goes in the air where Luke Maddow, the goalkeeper, will corral it for the Cougars. And pretty good distribution. Here comes Salina South 4-on-4. Oh, a nice ball through the wickets of Miles Bemis. Now into the penalty area. 1-on-2. Bemis comes back to take it away, and he'll bring it up. Good play by Miles Bemis defensively. Now this one goes back. Lee gets ahead on it. Arevalo will punch it over the goal line. That'll make it a corner kick for Salina South on the far side. Again, wind is not a factor. If you look at the corner flag over there, it is not moving. We haven't had any wind here in about 36 hours, which is highly unusual for this part of the country. That one's headed away by Lee. We'll do it all over again. As the ball goes off the Grizzlytron. In the air. Lee heads it. There's one headed. Johnny Hoon went for it, and somebody headed it away. It goes out of play. It will stay with Salina South. Cougars lead 1-0. This is the final game of the tournament, the championship game of the white bracket. They didn't like the throw-in, did Mark Edwards, so they're going to give it away and give it to Northwest. Here's one. Memphis couldn't get to it. Memphis fighting hard. And Lopez forces them to send it back to their keeper. Now it goes across the way on the far side. This one comes back. Arevalo is giving chase, and he will win it. David George in front of the crowd goes out of play. Another throw-in coming for the Cougars. Ball possession has sort of swung into the favor of the Cougars. That one goes back to goalkeeper Luke Motto. George forces a pass out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Northwest as soon as the spectator who booted it goes over and chases it. That would be an E10 on the spectators. Well, Memphis couldn't get that one going. Now here's a long pass forward, but Max Nuno is there, and he'll send it into the crowd. Another throw in for the Cougars. That one goes out of play, and Salina South will sub in a player. Jose Aranda, number 15, comes back in for the Cougars. Cougars lead it 1-0. Just inside 10 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Oops. Battle at midfield. And there's a long one for Salina South, and they're saying he was onside. Memphis Estrada with it. Sends it wide. Anderson sends it up. It's intercepted and sent back in deep. Here's a chance for the Cougars. And a weak shot goes wide left. Johnny will get there. And he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Inside 9 to go. Motto sends one deep. That's a pretty good boot, actually. And they're going to call him offside. It'll be a free kick there for Northwest. Kenneth Punk getting set to come in for Northwest. Cougars are going to send in Esquiel Mendez, and number 30 is Gabriel Taylor. Grizzlies restart things. Goes out of play and will belong to the Cougars on the throw. There's a long one up the far side. Cougars got something going. Northwest takes it away. Can't get it to Lopez. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest on the far side over there. Salina South is subbing liberally here in the first half as Marcelo Escalante getting ready to come in for Salina South. And here he comes. He will replace Saul Cabral. Luke Motto gets the loose ball. We'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Comes towards center. Arevalo is checked off the ball. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Ball comes in. And John Lee puts this one out onto Tyler Street. It will be a throw-in for the Cougars. There's Memphis taking it away. Good job. Ball comes over here on the near side, and Featherston gets it, sends it back to Miles Bemis. Bemis sends one forward, midfield, intercepted. They come back and collapse on it together. Kenneth Pint takes it away now, and he sends one forward, and Memphis has it again. Tried to get it to Lopez, couldn't get it to go. Memphis now will tap it back to Bemis. Bemis up to Lopez, who's got a little bit of room. And he will send a through ball for Featherston, and Featherston is checked off the ball. Max Nuno fighting for it. Barron sends it back to Aranda. Aranda in the corner of the penalty area puts one over the net. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Northwest will sub in a player, and that will be Julian Garcia Fessler. Yeah, they're inside. Uh-oh, can't have that. We have a little equipment spillage here. Bear with us. It's going to be just a moment before we resume. Boy, I think you wiped out my picture.
Oh, I was freaking out and probably moved your mouse.
There we go. Inside 3 minutes to go, first half. Grizzlies still trail 1-0. We have a throw-in coming for Northwest now, and Northwest will sub in Craig Kamerick, and Salina will sub in Carson Welbrock, and Saul Cabral will return. Memphis comes away with it. Out to center. And we have a free kick coming after a foul is called. Anderson sends one forward. Both teams batting it around midfield. Inside a minute to go now in the first half. Cougars threatening here. There's a shot that's deflected. Now one is popped up in the air trying to clear it. Colby Chege comes in for Northwest. And Marcus Lujan comes in for the Cougars. That'll probably burn most of the remainder of the half. It's a corner kick for Salina South. Grizzlies trying to get it out of their own end. Now Kamerick has it. And it goes out of play. And that's halftime. Pretty good first half here at Bobby Verbieska Family Stadium. The score at halftime is Salina South 1 and Wichita Northwest 0. We'll be back with the second half after this 3-minute timeout. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, Think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This property and it's sold right.
Shall we book it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Escape downtown.
Back at Bobby Bribieska Family Stadium, we are at halftime. And the halftime score, Salina South 1 and Wichita Northwest nothing. We'll be anticipating the return of both teams to the field here pretty shortly. While they do that, we're going to go ahead and set ourselves up here. Boy, it would sure help if I could see this thing. Here we go. Grizzlies have played well in this tournament, winning the first two by 2-0 and 3-0 scores over Winfield and Mulvane, respectively. This Salina South bunch is pretty scrappy and pretty tough. We want to take a minute to congratulate Steve Martin and the Wichita Northwest football team. They notched up a pretty convincing win last night over East High down at Carpenter Stadium. And if you did not get a chance to go or to watch the game live, it is webcast at nwhsgrizz.com. It's a football webcast, obviously, so you may have to look for it a little bit in the football stuff, but it is there and a good game to watch. A lot of fun, a lot of good plays. It featured a 90-yard non-scoring pass, which you don't see very often, between Jace Glasper and Takari Brown in the second half. And Grizzlies did take it in a couple of plays later. But it was kind of interesting to see. Grizzlies are taking the field again. Johnny Hune in goal for Northwest. This time they will play from left to right. They will play, I'm going to say in two, but the wind is blowing like 2 miles an hour. I mean, the flags are barely moving. I can barely feel it on my right arm. A little puff of air coming by. So there's essentially no wind at all here today. Grizzlies will also do the honors of kicking off. It looks like we're about set to go here. Refs are making their final check. And we're underway. Second half action. Grizzlies with the ball. The Grizzlies kind of possessed it the majority of the time in the first 10 minutes. And then after that, it was all Salina South. So maybe we can change that tune here in the second half and have the Grizzlies do a little dominating of their own now. Over here to David George right in front of us and taken off of his foot. Sandoval trying to get it back defensively. And Max Nuno sends a long one deep, but there's nobody there. And that's going to end up being turns out to be a free kick for Salina South. Now Nuno gets a foot on it again and checks this one into the sellout crowd of more than 10,000 over on the far side. This place has been really busy this weekend with all the games on here in this tournament on 4 fields all day yesterday and now all day today. There was a football game here last night. I believe North played South. I'm not sure of that one. But it was a City League contest. Nuno heads it away. Lee giving chase. Oh, he loses it. A 3-on-1 break here for Salina. Centering pass is too long for everybody, and it's going to roll out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. And a break for the Grizzlies. There's a shot wide right. That'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Please don't fall off the balcony. I can just see me trying to explain this to your mother. Our executive producer, Aident Foltz, trying to get the best angle possible for you. Maybe the best for you is not the safest for him. Here's a through ball, but too far, and Luke Mata will come up and take that one away. There's a through ball, and John Lee will get it and send it into the other half of the field, which is exactly what you want, but it landed on the foot of a green shirt. Bemis giving chase on the far side now defensively. And it's cleared out. Nice job. Bemis sends it forward to Featherston on the far side. He goes down in a heap, and they call advantage. And now they bring it back. Good call to bring it back because the advantage disappeared. It basically was never there. Looks like a free kick coming. And Grizzlies take it. Brighton Davis whiffs on it. Now this one goes in deep, and an offside is called. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Second half of play, 24 and a half remaining. Throw in comes in. Brett Anderson bounces it off a green shirt out of bounds, and then he quickly takes the throw in. And here come the Grizzlies with something cooking. There's one right up the middle. Unfortunately, Lopez couldn't get to it. It's going to come all the way back and out of play. Quick throw in comes in. Featherston had it for a moment, lost it. Now they're going to call a foul. I guess they're calling it on Featherston. I don't know what it was for. But in any case, it's a free kick, and here it comes down the middle of the field, and Grizzlies need to win that ball and get it away. The Cougars are all set up there to score, and Grizzlies clear it out to center. That'll force a regroup by Salina South. We have a whistle. Free. John Lee will take this free kick. Sends it to Featherston on the far side, and he can't control it. And here comes Salina South back with it. This one rolls out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. Beautiful day here in Wichita. Temperature right around 70. Virtually no wind, a sunny day. I don't mind telling you, the sun is strong and it is hot. Up the near side comes Sandoval. That ball sent out to center. Anderson has it, dishes it off to Arevalo right below us, and he chips one forward. It's short, and the Cougars come away with it. There's one that's going to go off the roof of the dugout and into the next field. That'll interrupt the game over there momentarily. Inside 21 minutes to go in the second half. Cougars with the ball. Oh, Lopez, nice picking his pocket. Now he'll bring it up and left the ball behind, but the Grizzlies still have it. There's one into the penalty area for David George to handle. George has it. And David looking to center one and gets kicked out to center by the green shirts. Anderson comes up to intercept a pass and can't get it to the right party, and so Arevalo will try it. David George, near side. Centering one to Lopez. There's a shot. Score! Lopez, on a pass from David George, ties it up. With 19 to go, we're tied at 1. All right, now we need another one. The worst thing, as far as I'm concerned, would be having to go to penalty kicks, because that's a terrible way to decide the game. But we're tied. It's all new again. Here's one. Arevalo will give chase on the near side. And that one comes in, and Johnny Hinn will get it, and he'll punt it. And that's a pretty good punt out towards center into the wind. Lopez was giving chase, but it's cleared out. And we have a throw-in, either a throw-in or a foul. I don't know which. Because it's way behind where the ball was, so I didn't see that. Subbing in, Memphis Estrada comes in for Northwest, and coming in for Salina South, Garrett Hamill, number 2, and number 17, Carson Welbrock. There's another long one, and that one's going to go over everything. Restart has it on the far side, now out to center. Bemis gives chase over there. Had it for a moment, then had it taken away. And nice interception by Max Nuno of a crossing pass that would have found a streaking forward unmolested toward the goal. There's something going on for Northwest. They seem to have some renewed energy now that they tied it up. Arevalo with it. Arevalo still has it. Spin move. And finally, it's taken away by Nunez. Intercepted at center. John Lee pokes one in the air. Miles Bemis trying to get it before it goes out, but he's too late. It'll be a throw-in for Salina South. "15 minutes to go. Second half, tied at 1. A shot blocked defensively. There's another one blocked by Arevalo. Something happened to Arevalo. He doubled over. Seems he wants out. He's got a problem. And Angel Martinez subs in for the Cougars. Arevalo is still in there, but he wants out. He's doubled over. He's be a goal kick for Northwest, and now they'll get him out of there. Craig Camerick will come in for Arevalo, and hopefully Jared is not injured seriously. Goal kick will be taken. Kenneth Pine takes it out to center. It's intercepted. And back comes Salina. And now up the middle. That one is cleared out of play by John Lee. And that one is on its way to Tyler Road as well. And I gave credit where credit was not due. That was Max Nuno that made the play a moment ago, because Kenneth Pine is now standing below us, getting ready to come in, and actually he is coming in now. And Featherston will take a break for Northwest. It's not a hot day, but the sun is hot. So these players, with no breeze to cool them off, are going to get warmed up. Beautiful early autumn day here in Wichita. Joshua Soto getting ready to come in for Salina South. There's a shot blocked by the defense. Another shot goes wide right. Johnny took a dive for it, but it was wide right anyway. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest, and Soto will come in. And Escobedo will come out. Revelo getting set to come back in now for Northwest. Ball loose at center. Good hustle by Kenneth Pine over there defensively, and now Arevalo will come in. He'll come in for Camerick. Anderson leaves one on the far side. Pine can't get to it. This one will roll into the stands, and it will be a throw-in for the Cougars. And it will come with about 10 minutes remaining here in the second half. Tied at 1. If it ends up tied, we go to PKs. And in the first rounds yesterday, there were no PKs needed to decide any games. I don't know about the second round last night, but I've not heard of any. So if this game ends the way it is now, it could be the first. And finally, we get a restart here. Johnny's punt goes right to the green shirts, and here they come again. We've played the majority of the second half in front of Johnny Hune, and that's not what we want. There's a shot off the side of the net. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. You may see in the background there people walking behind the goal. That's some of the other participants in other games that are going to be coming up here today. This is the only game we are going to webcast here today. And a nice trap there by Bemis. He sends it forward. Too far for Pint. Now this one goes to center, and here come the Cougars back, bringing the ball back down. Garrett Hamill. And Memphis takes that one away and sends it over there to Brighton Davis. And coming in for Northwest on a substitution will be Julian Garcia Fessler, number 9, and he will replace Lopez. Pretty much what I would have expected. Lopez will take a break. Grizzlies with a chance here. Anderson, that was kind of a weak pass, but Arevalo got it. He's got 2 guys on him. And he chips one forward. Who's going to get to it first? It was not David George, but it was tipped out. And it will belong to the Cougars. Eight minutes remaining in the second half. I would expect that if it goes into a penalty kicks, that the kicks will be taken at the south goal so that the sun is not a factor, because the sun is in the eyes of Luke Motto now by its positioning in the sky since the game began. And that really is an advantage for the Grizzlies if they get some shots off. They just haven't been able to get any shots off. Memphis with it, up, lost it. That's going to go out of play and belong to Northwest. They'll throw it in. And it looks like Jared Arevalo will do so. Throw-in will be taken by Arevalo. Throws it in to David George, gets it right back. Now it's cleared out. Who's going to get this one? Looks like the green shirts. Oh, nice job that time by Max Nunez to block that pass. Grizzlies got to aggressively get the ball back, and that one goes off Arevalo out of play. It'll be another throw-in for Salina. Memphis just takes him right off the ball, and the guy, he's giving away a foot. That one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Nunez fighting for it. Well, I saw about 3 fouls there that weren't called. Here's one for David George, and that one gets pumped into the dugout of Northwest, and it'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies right in front of their own bench. Arevalo will take it with 4 minutes to go here in the second half of a tie game, 1-1. On the far side, Kenneth Pint giving chase over there, and it goes out, and yes, they're going to sub before they go in, and we got 3 coming in for Northwest. They are Javier Rico Lopez and Isaac Featherston, and finally Christopher Correa Sandoval. All 3 of them coming in after getting a break. Now the throw in comes in. It's intercepted there by Miles Bemis. He sends it to David George. George checked off the ball, and he'll come back and get it anyway. And Arevalo puts it right up here. Do you see those goalkeeping skills? That's all over that one. Here's one. Here's a foot race. Who's going to get it? Looks like it'll be Matto that gets it. Featherston giving chase on the far side. Leads himself. He's got a chance here. There's a centering pass, and he couldn't get it to Lopez, or Lopez couldn't catch up with it, one or the other. Here's one to David George, and he can't control it. And here come the Cougars back. Less than 3 minutes to go now. Bemis on the far side. There's one into the penalty area. Oh, batted down by Johnny, and he didn't control it. Kicked out of play instead by John Lee. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. .90 seconds to go in a tie game, championship game of this flight. There's a shot, and Johnny had it bounce off his arm, but he got it recovered and got it before it crossed the line and distributes it, and he just saved us a goal and probably saved the game as well. But the Cougars come right back. There's one deflected out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Salina South on the far side. Everybody from both teams is in one half of the field with the exception of Luke Motto. In the air, loose in front. Nice job that time to reject the ball by Max Nuno. Grizzlies just can't get it out of their own half of the field. George finally does and gets it to Lopez. And Lopez leaves one for Featherston. Can he overchip it in the air? Score! Isaac Featherston scores. How much time is left?
40 seconds.
40 seconds remaining in the game. Isaac Featherston scores one from long distance by beating everybody to the ball. Luke Motto came out of his goal, which he needed to do, and Featherston just banged it over his head. Now the Grizzlies need to hang on for a minute. That one goes out of play. There's the long one. Lee's going to let Johnny get it. Collapses on it. And he could have taken his. Grizzlies trying to bring it up again. Sandoval on the far side gets deep into Salina South territory, and that's where you want it right now. They can't score. There's a loose ball in front. Clear it out. There you go. Sandoval again leads, and it goes out of play. This has been the longest 40 seconds of my life. That's going to stay in. Oh, I thought that was going to go out. There's a header out defensively. Good job. There's a shot, and Johnny's going to let it go wide for a goal kick. And that's it. We are final. Grizzlies win the championship of the white flight of this tournament 2-1 over Salina South, scoring with 40 seconds to go in the contest. Wow. Well, it was exciting. I will say that. We're going to go ahead. 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap this up. Stay with us. You're watching the Northwest NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. We have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at Intrust.
We're back here. The Grizzlies go over to their appreciative crowd. And we're going to keep it right here because the medal ceremony, I believe, is going to commence here shortly. Tyler Smalley, the varsity captain, is out there congratulating the JV team. They win all 3 games, giving up 1 goal in the. They gave up 1 goal in the tournament and win this flight that they were in. There were 3 flights in this tournament, and they are independent of one another. Austin Clifton, the tournament director, is. Well, I don't know if they're going to do. Are they going to do a medal? The players are all walking off. I'm going to have to ask. I should have asked before we. Well, it looks like if they're doing one, they're doing it somewhere else because the. Let me ask head coach Shook one moment. Art, is there a medal ceremony? Yeah. Here? Okay. Can you get the camera over there where they are? Okay, we're going to turn our attention toward our players in the north goal because that is where we're told the medal ceremony will take place. We want you all to be able to see it. You won't be able to hear much. And since there's no PA announcer in this tournament, you'll just be able to witness. Go ahead and zoom in as tight as you can on them where you can see what's going on. Mays Eagles are getting ready to warm up. Our good old friend Jay Holmes is out there, and we will be playing them at their place in a couple weeks. Head coach Art Shook heading over. And again, we congratulate our junior varsity squad on a job well done. What an exciting game. 1-1. Grizzlies scored first. Now I'm going to take that back. Salina South scored the first goal of the game about halfway through the first half when Barons put one in. Lopez scored on a great pass from David George with 19 minutes remaining in the contest, and then Isaac feathered everybody, including the goalkeeper, for the game winner with about a minute to go. And you can see players now getting their medals. Johnny just got his. I think Tyler Smalley is assisting in the presentation. And while they're giving out the medals, we'll go ahead and close this out. And by reminding you that we are on the air Tuesday night at 6:40, unless we have a JV game. I still haven't been able to confirm that. We're going to say 6:40 for the pregame show for the varsity contest at South, weather permitting. And we're pretty sure it's going to be a single game event, as the South has not had a JV team in a couple of years. So, assuming they only have a varsity contest, that's what we will plan on doing. I know I will be there. I know Aident will be there. We expect Susanna will be back and fully recovered from her illness. And we know April will be there as well. April's not with us today because she referees soccer at the Stryker Complex on Saturdays. And that's what she's up to. And now they're posing for the infamous team picture. We'll try and get a copy of that picture and post it on the, we'll see it. And as they take their picture, we're going to go ahead and sign it off. So, again, congratulations to Wichita